Alright, Tomcat Pro 2.1. We're doing the oscillators on the deck. Already took it off. There is an arm up here on the top of it, carriage bolt, and then one right here on the end on each side. But I think I would have much rather pulled these weights off the side first and then took those brackets off. But that's pretty much it for this part, so let's go to the neck. Okay, these oscillators, you can't just get to them, so I think I'm going to take these Allen screws off, but I'm going to have to pull this out. And so make sure you have a replacement grip face. I believe that's what it's called. Anyway, there's not really a correct way to do this. The easiest way is grab a torch. That's why this putty knife is black, and you can just scrape away. Okay, heating it up with the putty knife, and yep, and there we go. Like I said, I'm not sure if this takes it off, but I'm willing to take a bet. I've never done this before, so anyway, 5:32, 5:30 seconds. However the hell you want to sit. All right. Next one is 3/16. Do those. And there is a nut on this side. Other side, that is. So next and last one. All right, I ran into some issues right here. I'm gonna need to extract them. That was hate to admit, but that was my own fault for using an impact. All right, I extracted the two screws. I don't want to tell you how I did it. I'm not very proud of it, but anyway, the plate came off. You got these other oscillators right here, and this one had a lot of buildup, so we're just gonna take this out. Come on, use these channel locks. There we go, and that gives us access to the other oscillators. Before I go any further, I'm going to take these little rubber covers off, and then what I want to do is take these weight plates off. They're just a little weird to handle right here, but 1/2 inch looks like. Okay, that was a shit show. We just had some bolts break, but next part we're going to be taking off the top of this plate holder to this side as well. Now flip it. Flip it back over, and then these should just come out. And there you have it. We'll do it for the next 5 of them. So next step, we're just going to clean this up a little bit. If you don't have brake cleaner, use a little mild degreaser and just kind of try to get into all of this. You want a clean surface before you put the new ones in. Decided to move the deck over here just so it's easier. In the package, I'll include the part number. In the package, there's the oscillators and some Loctite bolts and nuts. So we're going to start by putting that in there. By the way, I don't know if the Loctite goes there, but I'm willing to take a bet that it does. So just hand tight for there. Now for this next part, I'm gonna flip it over. Now we could get a better layout over here. For this next part, go ahead and start putting the nuts back in. With the 1/2 inch, definitely don't use an impact. And grab the oscillator from the other side, hold it, and then just tighten it up. I don't have the foot pound, so alright, there we go. Snug. And let's put this back down. For this next part, we're gonna grab a bolt, one of these lock washers, and then a regular washer, and we're gonna grab our plate and we're gonna place it. Gonna place it down, one down, then again, bolt, lock washer, and let me grab the correct one, regular washer. And you may have to wiggle it around a bit, kind of push the oscillator sometimes. Once you got them, go ahead and snug them up. Definitely, again, don't use an impact, just snug. Don't want to do too much because then you'll tear off the rubber off the top mount there. Okay, there we go. And same thing to this side. Okay, once again, we're gonna flip it and we're gonna put the grip part to it. And you can clean this off if you want. We're gonna get our grip face. What we want to do is match it up to this part first. Luckily, because the other ones are so damaged, I decided to get new screws for this. So I'm going to use whatever Loctite we got left, and let's try to match these up. One down, and don't tighten these, just kind of leave them. Just remember to be patient. That kind of took me a while. Anyways, it's a good idea to change these oscillators too, but we don't have them, so you can get your, it's like a backing plate to these. They come attached to them brand new, so you're gonna grab that if you're gonna reuse them, which I do not recommend. Anyway, new bolts again. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up and try to put them in. There's something I forgot to do on the back here. I just got to put the nuts for the oscillators on the edges. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. And I'm just gonna grab these and we can tighten them up. All right, once you got those tightened, go ahead and resume back to putting these back on the oscillators. Okay, and I am going to start tightening them up here. Once you got all the ones in, let's let them meet real quick. Next step, we're gonna put these plates on it. They gotta be sticking outward on the outside part of this. Went ahead and got new bolts, so one goes on top, mid, and There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and use new washers as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten them. Don't use an impact. And same thing on that side. Now that you made it this far, I'm gonna take out that lock washer and washer off each side of this weight plate holder. It's gonna make it a little easier. And now we're ready to throw it back down under there. Let's see. There's no real way of doing this by yourself. It'll be easier with two people, but improvise. Okay, now that you got it in, both sides should have the plate sticking out and the arm should go in through the inside. When you got both sides, you're ready to drop it. Oop. Make sure you're watching it. It should be all right. And perfect. Started it up like a moron without putting the pad holder down like I did. Go ahead and put your pad holder down. Put the arms in. I'm gonna have to explain in the diagram how they go. There's some nylock washers right behind there. You're not gonna be able to see, but I'll pull up a diagram. And now I'm gonna put the weight, this plate on there, and then connect the motor. With everything connected, let's make sure it works. Need to tighten that caster, but if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.